we're gonna do something a little less traditional with this chicken today. So, I don't know if you saw, I found this at Aldi. So this has cranberries and walnuts in it. And we are gonna mix some chicken and some other treats to make a chicken salad that is easy to make and great on a hot day. All right, so I took my chicken out of the Instapot. I put it in there for about 35 minutes on high pressure. Took it out and shredded it really good. And then I took, I would say about maybe a cup and a half of chicken. Threw it together with that salad topping. I also cut up some red grapes and just kind of like halved them and threw those in there. And then I put just some mayonnaise in there. I put, I would say probably like three big spoons. So maybe about 3/4 of a cup. I put a tiny little bit of some dark mustard in there as well. And then I put half a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. So I mixed it all together. It actually tastes really good. So it's got walnuts as well as cranberries and grapes, chicken with mayo and mustard and salt, and that's literally it. It is so delicious. It's great to eat plain. You can also put it on a burger bun and have it, like I said, kind of on a hot day or like a cool salad. Obviously, since this chicken is right out of the cooking, it's a little warm right now, but I will probably either eat this as it is or I might go ahead and throw it in the fridge and let it cool down. So, happy eating this summer. Are you ready for a summer hack that is going to change your kids' summer and save you money? So, I don't know if you've ever heard of a bunch of balloons. It's basically a kind of like a water filler. So basically this goes on your hose or your sink, and there are balloons attached at the bottom with small little rubber bands, and they fill up like 25 balloons at a time. So you literally have maybe like, I'd say 3 or 4 of these in a pack, and the pack's like $12. And you only get about 100 water balloons. So I have found a hack where you can actually reuse these. So don't throw them away. A couple things you're gonna need. So I got a giant bag of water balloons off of Amazon. I think I got like 2,000 of them for just a couple bucks. And then I went to Menards and I found these rainbow loom rubber bands, which you can also get these from the dollar store. You might even have some around your house already with those rainbow looms. And basically you're gonna use these rubber bands to tie nude water balloons on here. I have found the magic number is somewhere between 3 and 7 depending on the rubber bands that you're using. I have also used some clear like hair ties, or like the black hair ties you'd use to gather like small amounts of hair together, but these honestly much cheaper in my opinion. So we are going to use blue ones to start. And we're going to take these out of here. We're going to open our water balloons up. And basically all you're doing is you are taking one of these little straws here. You are going to put your water balloon on the straw. And then here's a trick. You want to hold it down with one finger. You're going to pull down and then you're going to X, flip it. I would say at least 5 times. Now you have a water balloon on there with a rubber band, and you're going to keep going until they're all filled. All right, so my phone started overheating in the sun, so I figured I'd give you a close-up view. So we have this straw right here, and what we're going to do is we are going to put the balloon over top, hold it with your finger, and then you're going to take this blue rubber band, pull, make sure it goes all the way through, and then you're going to loop it around. So 2, 3, 4, ooh, 5. I hit it with my hand here. And then you just want to make sure that basically that rubber band is all the way on the balloon. I know this is really hard to see, but so again, you're going to take your straw, put your balloon over it, hold it with one finger, grab the rubber band, pull, and then you're going to cross one, like I said, about 5 times. Like I said, anywhere between 3 and 7 is kind of the magic number I've found for some of these. It really just depends on how stretchy the rubber bands are, but you want to make sure there's a secure fit, because as you're filling these balloons with water, the goal is they're going to pop off the straw once the balloon gets heavy enough. So typically you don't want tiny little water balloons because they don't like to break when you throw them. So definitely a great thing. And then we usually do a game when we're done where basically we go and try to collect all of the pieces of water balloon and see if it's possible to save any of the rubber bands and reuse them. I have found with the my air conditioner's kicking off. I have found with the like hair ties, the hair tie style ones, like the clear or black that you'd find like in like somebody's hair, those ones you can reuse about 3 times before they tend to break. And I have found with the rubber bands, they don't last as long, especially depending on how hot it is, and if they're laying in the sun for a while, they don't like to stay together. But once you are done getting all these tied, then basically all you do is hook this on your hose, fill them up. We have a little transition on our hose where we can turn the water on and off, so we can just basically pop that on the top, fill them up, turn it off, put the new one on, fill them up, and keep going. And then eventually, once you are done, I've got one more here, you will have all those filled up and ready to go. So all you do is put that on your hose, fill them up, turn it off when they are popping off. You will have some pop off, some like sooner than the others. It's totally fine. Just want to make sure you keep going.